name is Trooper and welcome back to another video. Today I'm showing you guys how to make your FiveM server running on your own PC or a VPS, whatever, joinable to people outside of your local network. First things first, what you guys are going to want to do is go to the home screen on your PC that your FiveM server is running on. From here, the search bar, bottom corner, what you guys want to do is search for Windows Firewall with advanced security. Every PC has this. Just look for Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security and click open to open it on up. It's going to open up a tab which looks a little like this. And here is where we make the necessary changes to make our FiveM server joinable outside of our network. What you guys are going to do, come to Windows Defender Firewall, go to inbound rules, and you want to make a new rule here which will allow your FiveM server to work. So click new rule. It's going to pop up another little window like this. Click port and then click next. Click TCP, and then for the specific local port, we do the port of FiveM. So we're only allowing connections to this one port. So you're not putting your whole IP address allowing to be connected. It's just this one port. So for the port for FiveM, it's always 30120. Copy that port just so we have it for next time. So we need to do this a couple of times with different rules, and then click next. Make sure you click allow the connection. Make sure you click all of these and then click next. And for the name, anything you want, it doesn't matter. I'll just do FiveM. And then again, we're going to do new rule. Same thing. We're going to go to port. We're going to click next. This time, we're going to select UDP. And then for specific local port, we're going to put in that exact same thing, which is why I said to copy and paste it. 30120. And then click next. Allow the connection. Allow all of these. And then again, name it FiveM or whatever you named it previously. And then we're going to go to outbound rules. And pretty much, you guys guessed it, we're going to do a very, very similar thing. So click new rule, come on over to this port again, and then click next. We're going to select TCP. We're going to paste on in 30120. We'll click next. By default on outbound, it will block the connection. You need to allow the connection. Then click next. Make sure all of these are ticked. Again, exact same name as last time. New rule once more, same window, go to port, click next. This time I'm going to select UDP, exact same port, 30120, click next. Make sure you allow the connection, click next. Allow every single one of these, and then for the name, type on in the same thing. We've named it every other time previously. And that is it. Your FiveM server will now be joinable to people outside of your network. However, there are a couple of hitches you will come across. So if you're running it on a Windows VPS, especially one from HTNetwork, this will be all you need to do, because the provider of your VPS doesn't have any network settings or anything like that. As soon as you port forward on the VPS, it will work. However, if you're running it on your own PC and you have a Wi-Fi provider, which assuming 99.99% of you will also need to do these exact same steps, but on your Wi-Fi provider's router settings, because yes, you've done it on your PC, but now your Wi-Fi router will block it. So you need to now enable it on your Wi-Fi router. So what you guys are going to do is go onto Google and open a new tab on Google. And you guys are simply going to want to search how to port forward, exactly like this, and then the name of your Wi-Fi provider. So I've got BT Wi-Fi, so I'll search how to port forward for BT Wi-Fi. Press enter. And you should be able to see one of the first things coming up will be a guide from your Wi-Fi provider on their website on how to port forward. Click that, open it on up, and they will go ahead and guide you how to port forward with their Wi-Fi. There is no point me showing it to you because it's going to be different for every single one of you guys, and it's only going to cause issues. So this is the best way to do it. Google how to port forward, and then your Wi-Fi provider name, and follow their guides. So you can see they give individual guides here on how to port forward. You can see that some of them actually do not let you port forward. For example, if you have a BT mini hub, you can't do it, but for the rest of them, you can. One thing to be aware of is I've seen this a lot of the times from HTNetwork customers in America. They will make you pay extra to port forward because it's some sort of business plan or something like that. I've never really seen it in the UK or Europe. It's a big thing in America, so do make sure your Wi-Fi actually allows you to port forward. If you can't, the best option is upgrading your Wi-Fi or just getting a VPS or a FiveM server host, and that will let you just bypass that entirely. But here you are. Go through, follow the settings, and follow it how to port forward. And you guys can see it's going to ask you for port ranges and the port variants. And it's the exact same thing we just did now on our Windows Defender firewall, but in your Wi-Fi settings. So the ports are 30120. It's inbound and outbound rules. And we're doing TCP and UDP. So do that exact same thing in your Wi-Fi router settings. And then you should be good to go. But in order to let your friends join, what you guys want to do is make sure you know your IP address. So go onto Google, search what is my IPv4 address, and then very simply copy it. So if you Google it right now, what is my IP address? But if you click this website right here, copy your IPv4 address, and now we'll boot up our FiveM server, and I'll show you guys how to connect to it if you were your friends. So let's go ahead, boot up our FiveM server, and connect, and I will show you guys how it all works. Okay, so once you're in the FiveM menus, all you guys are going to want to do is press F8 to bring up the F8 menu. Once you're in the F8 menu, if it's running on your own PC, normally, of course, you can connect using this button right here to connect to the server running on your own PC on LAN. That'll connect you to the server running on your own PC. Obviously, your friends can't do that, which is why you had to port forward. What you guys want to do, for your friends to join, you can go onto Browse Servers and search for your server name. Probably won't show up straight away because FiveM server list takes a while to come up. You can also search IP addresses too. However, the quickest and easiest way is by pressing F8 and typing connect and then paste on in your IP address. So your IPv4. So connect and then paste on in your IPv4, which will look something like this. This is like a typical IP address. And then you'd press enter and it will connect you to your FiveM server. But just like that, there you guys go. We have now port forwarded our FiveM server and indeed made it public to the community for any of your friends or people to join. Of course, make sure to go ahead and set your server to private if you don't want random people joining, or set it to whitelist if you want to control who's joining. And do be aware that putting your IP address on display can be dangerous. I'd always recommend getting hosting instead, which I do offer down in the description below from my company, HTNetwork. You can also get HTN panel if you like the look of this right here, which is a new way of managing your FiveM server, down in the description below, or get a host from anywhere else. Just make sure you're being safe. I hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one.